try and catch the wind.
Hello everyone, welcome back. This is episode 3 of Sour Flower, the show where I play a really gorgeous game with basically no point and cover it with really, really shitty commentary that does have a point. My name is Kevin. I have a guest with me once again for episode 3. What is your name?
My name is Addie.
And Addie, how do we know each other?
We know each other because we met through Scott, and we met at like one of Eric's parties.
Everyone knows who Scott and Eric is, so we're just going to dive right in. Are you okay with pink here? I mean, this is a lot more color than episode 2.
Yes, I'm really happy with pink.
Okay, so we're gonna get going with pink here. I gave you pretty vague instructions on what I wanted from you for this. I mean, I feel like you can probably agree with that.
Yes.
But there was a point to that, and you told me you were actually pretty excited. At one point, you had note cards for this, and that made me really excited.
Sorry, I don't know. I still have them. They're not gone. I'll hold on to them in case I do another one. How about that?
That's good planning.
Okay.
We have to plan ahead at least. So what did you have prepared?
I want to do something that's more personal and something that I could easily talk about.
And much more easily to judge you for. So that's very good.
And then you can get dirt on me and, blackmail me, that kind of stuff. So instead, I'm going to talk about divorce.
Divorce. On a personal note, I am a child of divorce. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Did you know I'm an adult child of divorce? My parents got divorced when I was about 7, so it's been almost 20-ish years since they've been divorced. And I actually still remember the day they told me as I was outside, like, rollerblading down, like, driveways, pretending I was an airplane. It was pretty cool.
This is like, this almost seems traumatic because you can remember this. You can remember this so well that it's almost like you were just scarred from it.
It was a bright, sunny day.
No.
It was so nice outside. And my dad came out and he looked all mad, and I was like, oh, shit, what did I do? I did something wrong. I did something bad.
Did he have a belt in his hands or anything?
He did. I was so
Oh,
scared.
my God. This is the worst divorce news ever.
So he took me inside and sat my brother and I down with my mom, and it was just like, basically, we're getting a divorce, and we just crying. It was so upsetting. And I remember thinking at one moment, like, we were both, like, crying with my mom, and I was like, oh, my dad doesn't have anyone to cry with. So then I went over to him, and, like, we cried together, and it was kind of sweet in a weird way.
So you were 7 when that happened. I actually, I went through this as well. My parents split when I was 5, and
you're so
we
little.
were. But see, when you're that young, though,
Yeah.
there was like no effect. It was like, okay, I got 2 houses to go to.
Right.
Yeah.
Double the
Like,
presents!
exactly.
Do you remember the day it happened?
No, I don't remember
I
hardly
don't
anything
remember
from
the
it.
day.
No.
I was 7, so, it was a little different, but, people are like, oh, now you get double the presents, and, like, that was great, especially when you're younger. You're like, yay, more presents! Yay! But then there's, like, sometimes where it's like, your parents are, like, fighting or something, and you're like, oh, now I'm all sad. But you still get double the presents.
Now, serious question, did they ever fight in front of you when they were together or separate?
They tried to be really good and not fight in front of us.
Secret flower! That was by Addie's request. I had to freak out when
Thank you.
Secret Flowers came out.
Thank you. I'm really glad you came when you said Secret Flowers.
Now, in the movies, whenever they have divorces, they make them seem like way more dramatic than I think they come off to actually be. I think that if I was older, though, if I was, I don't know, even 10 years older, right? If you're 15 and you're dealing with divorce with your parents, okay, that I feel like would be a lot more dramatic.
Right.
I think that I would have taken it a lot harder because I would have understood the separation of, like, the 2 people that raised me.
And you would have picked up on more.
Probably, yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Like more subtle, like, glares.
And I didn't have to deal with much, like, hassling or, I've got custody. No, I've got custody.
Right.
Fuck you,
Oh,
Andy.
dear. Oh, God.
I just used my dad's real name.
I've never known Kevin's dad's name. This is great information. I'll put it in my personal file of Kevin. For the most part, they really just kept it pretty calm. Like, my mom actually moved down, like, a couple houses down from my dad when they first split.
Oh, shit.
Because they wanted to try to keep it as normal for us as possible. That's why they didn't fight over the house. And it was just like, all right, you just take the house, furniture. They were really trying to make it as smooth as possible because we were so young, you know. And actually, they wanted to get divorced before I was even born. But they decided to stay together, like...
Whoa, wait a minute. So they wanted to split up before you were born, but then waited 7 years?
Yeah.
At least that,
like
because it would be
7 years,
before you were born.
Because they didn't want me, they wanted me to
That
give...
pot was boiling for a long time.
Well, they wanted to give me a chance at, like, having both parents in the same house. They felt it was only fair.
Okay.
So I'm still really grateful for that. Like, you put up with each other for 7 years when you did not want to be together. Like, I am so, thank you for doing that. That's really nice.
Now, how many siblings do you have?
I have one full brother, and then I have a stepbrother, but I don't see him much, and he's, like, I think he's 45, so he's, like, way older, so I've only seen him, like, a handful of times.
Now, what impact did this have on your biological brother?
I mean, we don't talk about it much, actually, but...
I guess why would you?
Right.
Hey, having a party.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam's your brother. Hey, Sam, come on over here. Dude, you remember the divorce, right?
You want to talk about how sad that is? I
miss Mom. Me too.
I mean, from what I know, I don't know. I mean, he wanted to go to school where my mom taught, and, like, he wanted to be more with, like, my mom and stepdad, and so he lived with, like, my mom for the most part. Like, after 8th grade, he went and lived with my mom, and I lived with my dad, so we were actually separate, and we actually really hated each other.
Oh, fuck.
Like,
so there's part of the drama. That's part of the movie drama.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
it's part of the movie drama, is we took sides for our parents, and just...
Yeah. Well, I love Mom. I love Dad. Or did you guys even use those voices, or?
No, that's exactly how we sounded.
Oh my
How'd
God.
you know? Kevin,
I'm
were you there?
a child of divorce.
Oh,
I know how
okay.
I know how it is.
Oh, okay.
Annie, I can say one thing before we get out of here. You're taking this quite well. I will say.
thank you.
This is normally a pretty downer show. You seem to be quite all right.
I've had years and years of practice of divorce, Kevin. It's just really,
Whoa.
it's deeply
How
scarred
many marriages
me.
have you been
So
through?
many.
Here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
right.
Oh my God. To be
continued!
continued.